thank you to be here and to answering our questions. Nina, let's start with you, if you don't mind. Sorry, Mutaz.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Nina, you're back here after winning in 2022 and 2024. How are you feeling?
Did you win as well on those diamond leagues?
No, been here for quite some time. So, first of all, it's really good to be back here in Monaco. Of course, I have a lot of great memories here in the stadium, and as I say, it feel good. Coming back, hopefully, for another win, for a good performance. Especially that last year was very difficult for me, dealing with some very serious injuries. So now I'm finally back, being able to put on my spikes, being able to do what I do, what I love the most, which is jumping and competing. And say it's like going to be my 4th competition of the year, and I'm looking for an improvement.
You know that you said like maybe 1 minute ago, ladies first, and my question was directly for Nina. But thank you, Mutaz, for answering the question.
You said, and I'm like, okay, so don't worry about me. Go ahead.
Well, same question, Nina.
Same question. Nice. Yeah. Well, I had to look up my results to make sure that I thought I had won here in 22 and 24. So you're right. So I want to keep that winning streak going. I always say that Monaco is my favorite diamond league. I'm not just saying that. The stadium's beautiful. We're on the beach. I swim every morning and night. So yeah, I'm excited.
Why is it your favorite one? Why?
Why? I win here. I win and I swim at the beach. I'm from Australia, so always swimming, always in the salt water. So the crowd's really epic. It's a good place to jump. I like the setup. Sometimes the setups can be different, whereas this one's really good. So it's a great start list, and I think I've seen a sneaky progression of the bar heights, and I like them. So hopefully we can go high tomorrow.
Let's see if we have some questions from the crowd. Well, I got one for you, Nina. You know that it's something... Hey, Mondo! Welcome. So Mondo is joining us.
Mate, you're taking the piss. No.
Thank you to be there, Mondo. So we just started with Nina and Mutaz, but I will answering you a couple of questions later. Yeah. Just, Nina, you will compete against Katie Moon tomorrow. You both share a special story since sharing the world title in Budapest 2023. The crowd here really like this kind of story. Do you know that?
Why is that?
Sharing a title, this is something special.
Okay, yeah, we do. Katie and I, we shared that very famously. Some people loved it, some people hated it, but I loved it, and it fueled my Olympic campaign. I wasn't going to let her win again, so I don't regret it. I loved it, but will I be sharing again with Katie tomorrow? No, I probably won't be.
You've cleared 480 twice this season in Rabat and in Rome. What 8 would make you happy tomorrow?
Like I said, I've seen the progressions, and it actually goes through my personal best. So, look, I'm in really good shape. I've been a bit technically off. So, if I can put the pieces of the puzzle together, then, yeah, I think there's a 92 bar tomorrow. So, I'd love to clear that.
Thank you, Nina. Mondo, welcome. We're talking about pole vault, so it makes sense. Special event, special place for you.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's going to be my first time jumping here as a resident, so it's going to be the home turf for the first time. So I'm super excited, and I'm just really glad that they were able to squeeze this in here. I really had to push hard and fight hard for us to be added as an extra event, and I'm just really happy about it, and I'm just really excited because it's such a beautiful place and beautiful stadium, and I just didn't want to miss out on all the fun. So I'm really happy to be a part of the action. Hopefully I have some good stuff to give too.
Mondo, last year you broke the meeting record with a 6:05. What can we expect from you this year?
Higher.
Another surprise?
Yeah, higher. That's the plan. I feel really good. I feel like I'm in good shape. I feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself before this competition, which is a really good thing, because I feel like it's really important to me, and I really want to jump high, especially since I pushed hard to be able to get this to even happen. So I really feel like I want to put on a good show and show out. So I'm really excited, and I feel like I'm really just eager.
Let's see if we have questions in the crowd. I'm pretty sure that we have a couple of questions for these three huge champions. Oh, I got one for you, Mondo. Just one more. You cleared 6:13 in Paris a few days ago. That's incredible. That's really incredible. Was it important for you to bounce back quickly after what happened in Stockholm?
Yeah, it was. I think that, of course, yeah, coming off of a bit of a poor performance in Stockholm made me more motivated and more hungry. I think that, of course, due to the wedding and whatnot, mentally I was a little bit off just a little right after, so it wasn't like I was dwelling on it so hard, but then I feel like right after the wedding kind of series was done, then I just felt like so focused and refreshed, and I just felt like I was really, really just ready to start jumping again and really start jumping high. So now I feel like I'm really ready to roll, and I really haven't been this fired up to jump in, I feel like, a long time. So I feel good about it. I think sometimes you need a little bit of a wake up. So that's nice.
Thank you, Mondo. See no question in the crowd?
I'm going to ask a question to Mutaz, if I may. Am I right when I say that you're helping organizing yourself like a street high jump meet here in Monaco, What Gravity tour? And can you tell us a little bit more about that? How hard it is to be on the other side, putting the show together, or how exciting it is? And do you see this as your future maybe, or how do you expand on that?
Yeah, I am actually been involved in organizing a few events here and there, but I started this, to be honest, the idea has been there for a long time. I'm always traveling for the past decade or more, so you always have that. I have my notebook, and whenever I'm flying, I have some ideas or sketches that I put on. Maybe one day these ideas will see the light, and I feel like I'm in a place in my life now, like it's the right time to start with a few things. I started with the What Gravity Tour, like it's a high jump street events, featuring best athlete, taken somewhere iconic outside, reaching more to the people, because I feel like now it's a bit different when 10 years ago, when athletic was in the stadium, and now I feel like it's more of like this next generation, you gotta go to them. and that's how everything comes down together. We started with Doha, we started in Germany, Slovakia. This year, August 5th, gonna be here in Monaco, and I'm very, very, very excited. Everything is coming along very, very well. I have a great team here, to be honest, that helped me to put everything together. And I mean, it's a show for the people, great performance for the athletes. It's World Athletics certified. They can jump, they can get their points, and etc. And have fun, get exposure. So it's hopefully get new fans to the sport that we love, and it's a win-win-win for everyone.
Mondo, as a resident, you're going to be up next with a pole vault exhibition or something like that in Monaco?
Yeah, well, I'm jumping tomorrow, so...
Outside in the streets.
Yeah, I would love to do it. I'm pretty sure, I really even haven't looked at the schedule, but if I'm here, then of course I'll be there to support, and I'll be watching the high jump competition. That's going to be really cool, but no, for me, yeah, that would be really cool, and that would be a dream for sure. But right now, I'm just really excited about tomorrow, and that feels like that's my show and our show to really do something special here in Monaco. So right now, that's where my head's at, I would say.
Maybe a last question. You cleared 2:27 in Doha a few weeks ago. Your best jump of the season.
Yeah.
How are your legs? How do you feel right now?
Yeah, not just in the season, best jump in a long time. It's been off for like a year and a half, struggling with injuries back and forth. But again, I said, I'm really happy to be back, to be jumping, touching spikes. I approach everything different, to be honest, like of my schedule, of my training, the way that I train, knowing that I can't do what normally I do to jump. So, and I have that athlete mentality where, like, you know what, I'm gonna make it happen, way or another. So you just have to go and strip this doesn't work, take that, add this one, move this one. And it works. It works. It's not easy, but it works. How are my legs? It's a bit more tired than 15 years ago, I would say. But I'm ready to jump. I'm ready to jump. I feel good. I want to jump. Guys out here coming put on a show. And one thing about me that I always want to be where the best athletes, are jumping. I want to put myself in an uncomfortable situation because I always feel like the pressure makes the best version of us. So I always want to come to compete when the best athletes are there in best circumstances. And here, the weather is amazing. Competition is, I think, going to be good start list, and definitely I'm here to jump again.
And the pressure is coming from the new generation. Maybe you can have a quick word about the new generation.
Yeah, of course. My first professional list was 2010, 2011. So I was, when I started jumping, I was the new generation. And then I competed with my generation, and they are all out now. And then I see them understand, what you doing? Oh, I'm coaching. I'm like, man, my people, nobody's here. I go down to eat, I'm like, where are you guys? Oh no, I need to go to sleep. My generation is done. So I'm lucky to say I've been jumping through 3 generations. Generation before, my generation, and I'm jumping with the next generation. It's the beauty of the sport, and it's the longevity. To be honest, maybe this is something I never said before, but one of the things that very important to me in my career, like when I retire, it's like that longevity, being able to produce such a high performance in such a long time. For me, that's something that I look to. I think something that's gonna conquer and something that's gonna stand out from the rest. And the more you do, it's the more that you're gonna put yourself in a different bracket than the next person. I just want to make sure whether the next generation or the generation after that, whoever coming after me is gonna have a very difficult time to break these records. You want a world championship? Okay. Show me 4 times. You want an Olympic medal? Okay, show me 4 times. So it's gonna add up to the next. And when I look at the tennis, when I look at the golf, and look at basketball, it's always these athletes. And there is many athletes right now that they're actually doing crazy numbers, but we still idolize different people. I'm like, why? But these guys are doing more. But it's just because of that longevity and being able to produce in different circumstances for such a long time, in such a long period. And I started to look at myself in that part. I'm like, wow, you know what? This is something that actually motivates me to do such and such. Because to be honest, like 2 or 3 years ago, I'd be like, you know what? I'm done. I'll be home eating grapes with my children, having a nice swim, doing whatever I want. I don't need this here. But but it's that fire that feel like there's that one small target. I really want to touch that. That's gonna create a big difference, and that's something that satisfies my own passion.
Any question from the crowd?
That was a nice story, and I want to continue with this longevity topic with Mondo. Do you also have like one of the targets of your career to jump as long as possible, or do you work on the longevity as well? Is it like, do you do something special, or you just do it as much as you like it and then you stop one day?
Yeah. I just got this flashback on my phone. It was July 9th, 2017. I was jumping in Lausanne. It was 9 years ago. So time is already going really, really quickly, and I've actually been jumping for such a long time, especially at this level. So it's pretty hard to comprehend, honestly. So I guess so. I want to be as good as I can for as long as I still think it's really fun to compete at this level. So I don't really know, but I hope so. I hope that I'm still jumping high when I'm, as the year goes on, and I get inspired by guys like Renault. I get inspired by guys like Mutaz that are able to jump so high for so long. So as long as I like it, and as long as I like the grind of everything, then I imagine that I'll continue to jump. But as far as right now, I feel like there's a lot of hunger and motivation still in the tank. So I think I'm going to be going for a while, because this first 9 years went scarily fast, like too fast. So I'm really trying to soak everything in and enjoy it, because it really is insane how fast everything goes. You get some of these flashbacks on your phone, and you get a little bit scared almost. You're like, 9 years, how the hell? So I'm really just trying to enjoy everything right now, because the longevity is the least of concerns. I'm just trying to make the most of it right now.
Because this is a special situation, seeing you sitting next to each other. I remember those days when Barshim was also attacking the world record in high jump, or getting very close. So sitting next to Mondo, do you sometimes feel angry that you didn't make it, that you didn't break the Sotomayor's world record?
No, of course. Well, of course. First of all, when you see like this, it's a long time, and I've started just like you. It's no one actually think, oh, let me go for 20 years. But you just keep going, and every season you improve yourself. All of a sudden, oh, it's been 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 years. So no, to be honest, for me, no, because I was never trying to be the next somebody. I know how great I am. I'm the one and only Mutaz Barshim. There's not gonna be one before me or after me. So I'm just gonna give you my version of who I am and what greatness can I bring to the sport that inspire me, and definitely create something that inspire millions of people, and make me go see the world, introduce me to many different people, open up so much opportunities for me personally. And it's when we could talk about the world record, of course, everybody here want to go and make a world record, of course. Like, why wouldn't I? Because I want to go every day and do my best to do it. But at the end of the day, it's when all this is done, I look back and I'm like, you know what? How far I became? Okay, that's one thing, the world record, I missed that out. But I mean, that's one point I didn't get, not gonna erase like the 1,500,000 blessings that I've been getting, and all the amazing records and medals and all these moments. But of course, like, you're talking about Mondo, so it's no, we gotta be honest. Like, he's like a track and field legend, and people in track and field don't give that. I tell you that while you're here, not after you die. So, you know, it's seeing what he's been doing. We kind of get used to it, like, oh, okay, he's gonna go jump 6 meters. That's not normal. So it's that crazy, that's high level, and I wish you more, definitely. I know you have more. You got married, that's extra energy. Congratulations, and I wish you keep going and break as much as possible. But again, like, we should give him more props, for him and many different athletes that break world records, because it's for normal people, they look at it, not normal, but for us as professionals, we also know the struggles, and that's just the track. Everything that's behind the track, home, it's the training, daily basis, dealing with different things, families, a lot of things that actually play a big role factors. And then again, the risk of injuries and etc., because you push your body to the maximum every single day. So it's nothing that's easy. So for me, I have a lot of respect for everyone here, and definitely somebody like Mondo doing all this great result. It's tremendous respect.
Thank you. Hello? Okay, sorry. I have a question for Nina. Mondo's phone memory made me think about, when you guys all started, way back then. Nina, I think you were at World Under-18, World Under-20 Championships. If I'm not mistaken, it was in Eugene, and we're going back to Eugene this year. Anyway, I think you didn't medal there, right? But, after that performance, which maybe you consider as, unsatisfactory at the time because everybody wants to win, you went on to do fantastic things. So what would be your message to the new generation that don't necessarily grab medals at the very first time, but, progress through the ranks and, you never gave up. So congratulations for that as well.
Thank you. Yeah, my World Juniors 2014, it was the highest fourth place to ever jump. I think it was a 440, and any other World Juniors that would have won. So I was in a really good crop of athletes coming through, and I went to the World Championships in 2015, Beijing. I was 18 and I no-hided, and after that came years of injuries, mental health. I changed coaches, went to the Olympics in, Tokyo, got kicked out of the village, didn't make it through to the final, and I really had my breakthrough year in 2022. So medaled there, got my first Diamond League win, got my first Diamond League final win. So we've really had a breakthrough. So I've had such a different career to these two, but I don't know what I would say. I would say throughout that whole, how many years was that? 7 years of really struggles. I just showed up, and damn, that taught me a lot of resilience. And what's really special is that I've learnt that lesson, and I'm going to take that through, not just to my career, but into life, into my friendships, into my career beyond that. And that's what's so special about sport, is you learn these lessons that, damn, they're hard and not many other things teach you that. So I learned those lessons. I had a lot of fun. I had a smile on my face, and I guess the belief in myself to never give up. I was a damn good junior. You know, I broke the world junior record at 17, so I knew I had that potential, and I'm really glad it paid off. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. That was incredible to have the three of you at the same time. And we can have an applause from the crowd. Thank you so much.